review. This is episode 11 from the Poisonous Tree. And this episode is all about the Genie. Also known as the Magic Mirror. The Magic Mirror. Oh yes, he plays a double role. That's really cool, super cool. And his name is Sydney. And we find out that he has a very interesting history, and it's actually with the Queen. Yeah, so he started off as a genie who the king finds, and he seems like a really good guy. He gets set free and he's given a wish. 2 wishes actually. So he was given 2 wishes, and as part of that he also lived in the king's castle. So while he's there, he meets the king's queen, who is Regina. In her phase of life when she's like not completely evil yet. She's about to she's on the verge. Right there, like headed towards like you see the series of choices that she makes that will kind of put her over the edge by the end of this episode. And we find out that Regina's husband, he's a very noble man. He's Snow's father. He actually lets the genie go free. Like the genie's like, okay, what do you wish? But Snow's dad just kind of wishes for his freedom in the end. And the genie's like, are you sure you don't want your last wish? And the dad's like, no. Like, he's very noble and kind, and you can kind of tell where Snow gets it from. And the genie comes to stay with the king, who's Regina's husband, and kind of falls in love for Regina. He's really like a boy with like a school crush on Regina, and he just wants to like follow her around everywhere and just like be around her, you know? He thinks he thinks that she's like the best thing ever, like to walk the planet. And she's like, she plays all into it, and she kind of makes up the story a little bit. She makes up the story that she's in love with somebody, and she writes it in her journal, and he kind of finds out that she's writing in her journal about a certain somebody, and then she kind of tells him, "Oh, I'm in love with you," basically. And you're like, "What? This is so crazy! Like, what? Regina was in love with someone else? Like, what?" And she totally plays it up, like the whole time. Definitely. And so she's totally playing into this, like, I love you and I want to be with you, but I can't because the king is alive, and if the king finds out, he's gonna kill you. You know. So the genie thinks about this, and he's like, okay, well, if he's gonna kill me, but I love you so much, I'm gonna kill the king. He turns evil real quick, like 0 to 100, like real quick. This is what Regina does to people. You either go full-blown evil or full-blown good. There's none of this in between. Yeah, exactly. And he's just like, I'll do this for you, my queen. And he takes 2 like vipers, I forget like what country they're from, but like super specific like vipers, and like actually he's the one that kills Snow's dad. He does. I never realized it. Yeah. She didn't get her hands dirty. I'm just realizing this right now. Yeah, no, she's totally like smart. I didn't do this. You can't blame me for that. Oh my gosh, she didn't do it. Technically, but Sydney killed Snow's dad. Totally a revenge kill. Yeah, because Snow White killed her dude, so she's like, well, you are too young to have a dude, but you have a dad, so I'll kill him. Exactly, which was really, really sad. And I mean, her dad dies, and that's kind of part of Snow's history, but yeah. So what's happening in not the Enchanted Forest, in the real world? What's happening? So in Storybrooke, we have Emma, who is now the sheriff, and she's the sheriff. She's the sheriff. So we're in Storybrooke, and we have Emma, who's the sheriff, and she keeps trying to find ways to prove that Regina is bad, and Regina keeps trying to find ways to prove that nobody should believe Emma and just leave her over there. So the beginning of the story, Regina destroys Henry's castle, his playground. She just has a bulldozer come in. It's like him and Emma's favorite place to play on. And he had his book there. Oh yeah, that book will be important. We don't know yet how it's important, but I think it's coming. Well, but even now you can see it's kind of a beacon of hope for Henry. It's what he holds on to. It's what he knows as truth. That book is what gets him through his rough relationship with Regina right now. So he he holds that book really high, and the fact that it's missing is a huge issue.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So that's destroyed, and then on another kind of separate storyline, who do we see hooking up in this episode? Oh Lord, oh no!
Snow White
and Prince Charming, but in the woods. In the woods, but it's not technically them, not the married couple. It is, he's still married to Catherine, and they kind of sneak off to the woods, have a little picnic, and like,
it's totally like
awkward.
It's like all kinds of
It's like
he's married, and even if Snow and Charming were together in the other place, they don't have memories of that, so they can't. He's married, and Snow
is going along with it.
A homewrecker. Snow White is a homewrecker. That's, I mean.
Nothing else to say. I have nothing else to say.
So anyways, Emma and Sydney, who is the Genie, the Mirror Man, he works for a newspaper called The Mirror, ironically. And
see what they did there?
Yeah, a little play
on words.
So Emma and him team up because he offers this services. He's like, I'm here to help you. But we're all kind of like, whoa, buddy, like, you're kind of evil. Like, yeah, we don't know he's evil, but we know he's evil, but we don't. Like, we don't have evidence, but isn't it like guilty until proven innocent?
Yeah, you kind of are like, which side is he on? But in the end,
he's evil.
He's evil, and he's
totally
working for Regina. Still is obsessed with her,
and she's still like, I don't care about you.
Oh my gosh, it's so complicated, it's so twisted. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so we're kind of leaving this episode hating Sydney, hating Regina, and wanting Emma to just like punch them both in the face.
And that was episode 11 from the point.
You forgot one part.
What happened?
Don't we find out where Henry's book went? Where'd it go? The stranger had it.
Oh yes, oh my gosh, we would not talked about that. Okay, go for it.
So Henry's book has been missing this whole time. He's like looking everywhere for it, and he totally thinks Regina took it. We all think Regina took it because she's evil. Makes sense. But at the end of the episode, after we find out, you know, we hate Regina, we hate Sydney, we kind of knew that. The stranger who came into town, he has it.
The stranger? Who is this stranger? We will find out soon enough. Second half of season 1. We'll see. Alright guys, that's it for the Poisonous Tree.
Thanks for watching. Leave your questions and comments down below.
Yay! Bye!